Today, we're making quite possibly the perfect taco.
Amazingly braised beef in this homemade chili sauce, then shredded to perfection.
And fried up in a corn tortilla with ooey gooey Mexican cheese.
Oh, and can we talk about that sauce?
To die for. Oh my gosh.
These are my favorite tacos ever.
I mean, where's our sign? Love is all you need, and tacos.
tacos.
And today, I'm telling you, we are doing one. It's a run for the money for the best in the world.
And it's storming, so you might hear some thunder. And we've got two scared dogs at our
So we're
feet.
doing this. It's getting close to Cinco de Mayo. Woo!
Yes.
Reason to make some Mexican food.
Yeah, that's why it's storming outside.
So that means it's that time of the year here in North Texas when there are just storms everywhere. All right, I'm going to get my beef going. I'm going to turn up my heat. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. I'm over it, but I got a little rattle still. Okay, I've got right here, we're jumping right into this. This is just
right in.
A good old chuck roast that's nice and marbled. It's not an expensive cut of meat. We are going to slow braise this, which is going to break it down. It's like a 2 to 3 pound roast. I just cut it into big chunks, like 4-inch chunks, salt and pepper it, and then I've also got I'm gonna have to do this in batches. I've also got over here 3 beef short ribs. You could do all roast, but I find the combination of this makes a luxurious, it's super good. Okay,
so
let's
good
talk
to eat.
peppers.
All right, so I've got 3 peppers. I've got the, where's that little arbol down there?
These are dried peppers, and
Yes.
you can find these in the Hispanic section of most supermarkets, or you can order them online.
Yeah, so I've got chile de arbol, and then I have Chris, this is the one that used to be that's going to be a poblano. What is that?
That's an ancho.
An ancho.
Those are the most common. They're not spicy.
These are a little harder to get out because they're the way they're dried, or the seeds out. So I had to tear it open and get all the seeds out there.
Which is okay. Don't worry about that because we're going to be pureeing this and straining it.
They don't need to be in good. They can be torn apart.
They can be beat up a little bit.
And then I've got a guajillo, which I just opened up again and got out all those peppers and
those seeds.
Yeah, out of the pepper. And there you have it. Now we're going to soak these in some hot water. Watch the dogs down there.
We need to soften them up. So and you want to make sure you're doing this in a heat-proof bowl, and hopefully I won't spill this everywhere.
Yeah.
And I would just eyeball it, but you want enough to cover it because you're going to also be using some of this soaking liquid.
Yeah.
So that's going to soak for about 20 to 30 minutes.
Yes.
And then they're going to get nice and soft, and it's all going to come together in the blender to make something to die for.
So good. And then we've got some onions and some Roma tomatoes. That's 2 onions? Or
1 onion that we've quartered and then we've got 3 Roma tomatoes we cut in half.
And what about this garlic? Do we need garlic?
So we're going to roast these.
Okay.
It's going to give nice deep flavor, but we're going to roast those for about 8 to 10 minutes. Halfway through, I'm going to put in 4 cloves of garlic, and then it's going to be time to make a sauce.
Yay!
Okay, so I browned my roast until it was nice. You're not cooking this all the way through. You're just wanting to get some nice browning action. We're going to finish it off, obviously, when we're braising it.
We got the kitchen sink out here, y'all.
I know. This is it's great. It's awesome. So I stuck my beef short ribs in there.
Yeah.
Did the same thing, and I don't think I mentioned before. You want to also make sure you salt and pepper these before you sear them off. Okay.
You might have. I don't remember if you did or not. All right. So now we've got our chilies that have been soaking for about 20 minutes in that water.
So now we want to puree.
Yes,
baby.
we're gonna get all yummy and delicious with this. I've got like 18,000 ingredients over here, Chris.
No, you don't.
So you're gonna have to tell me what.
Okay, so those have gotten really nice and soft, and he's using a slotted spoon to just put them in your blender. You can do this in a food processor, anything that's going to puree.
Is it okay if a little of the water goes in there?
Absolutely, because we're going to put some of that water in there.
Oh, look at you!
As well, so
oh my God, you guys, the smell.
Any accumulated juices want to pour in there. I know this is one of the most flavorful things you're ever going to make.
Our sweet little doggies, they're down here.
Terrified. They're so scared. I know. Now, so
I think I got it.
We roasted our vegetables, and we got them. After about 5 minutes, I opened up the oven and I stuck in my garlic. because if you put those, the garlic tends to burn more quickly than the onions and the tomatoes. So that's why you do them about halfway through, and they just become nice and soft. I love it. I know the flavor.
You know, for the longest time, I didn't realize. I'm like, why are you roasting those? Where are you going to put those? I didn't realize you put them in this blender. Maybe I should pay attention more.
Well, that's a novel idea.
And then I got some other fun stuff that we're going to put in here.
Okay, I'll help walk you through this.
Yeah, so I've got Mexican oregano, a teaspoon of
cumin.
Cumin, yes, and then a half a teaspoon of allspice.
And this is this is Mexican birria.
I don't know if they do their hands like that.
No,
and then I've got a teaspoon of black peppercorns.
Black peppercorns. So it's like
2 tablespoons of vinegar.
You can use white wine vinegar or distilled vinegar. I thought I had white distilled, so I went white wine.
A couple of bay leaves and some
cinnamon. So this has got a little reminiscent of mole sauce. There's a little bit of salt.
Thanks.
There's just a little bit of sweetness to it, which I absolutely am crazy for.
A cup of this amazing chili water.
The soaking sauce.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you're doing good, Loon.
Look at that. That is, y'all.
Okay.
And then I've got 2 cups of
some good, just rich,
good quality
beef broth. If you do homemade, that's even better.
Wow,
but
that
good
is
quality.
Full to the rim.
And that is going to make an amazing, almost like paste-like
all right,
sauce.
I'm going to get this all there.
Okay, make sure you got your...
And I'm going to go puree or liquefied.
Puree.
Oh, Lord. Look at that.
Just now.
Let it sit for a second because that steam makes everything go higher.
Yeah, and we're going to want to puree it a little longer.
Look at that, though. Oh.
So we're going to let that, check that out, and then puree it a couple more times. You're going to want to do it in total of about probably 3 minutes. Okay.
Wow, y'all.
Okay, I think we're good.
I don't think I've ever pureed so long.
You've really mastered the art of puree.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's
So
move that out of
now
the
we
way.
need to strain this. Those peppers have skins on them. The tomatoes have skins on them. It just gets stuck in your teeth, and you want that final consommé, sauce to be smooth and silky.
Y'all.
And the smell is
ridiculous.
So we've got that's cooled off enough now that you can put it in a glass bowl if you want. It's not going to break it. And then just get a colander. It doesn't have to be super fine mesh, enough to let that liquid through and catch the the solids that are left behind.
You want to push it through?
I'm going to push it through.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see, we've just used this wooden spatula to help it along, so it gets through there, and it leaves. That's all the skin and remnants that are in there. So
right.
now we've
take that. I'm going to use this bowl. You're going to use some of that liquid, so it's okay for this to drip into it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The soaking liquid. Go for it.
Yeah. So Now I've got all my meat in my. Yeah. It's the real deal. Okay. So now we're going to turn our heat back up to medium high. We're going to bring this to a boil, and then we're going to low simmer it. So now get ready, folks.
All right.
This is the beer.
Yum.
Is that not? That right there, that should be like a video just set on constant replay. Okay, so now you want it pretty much, your meat to be pretty much submerged, and it comes close. So have a little, that actually is good, but I always like to have a little extra of the beef broth.
Or a little extra of this too.
Or your soaking liquids. And you're gonna wanna check it. This is now gonna, like I said, we're gonna bring this to a boil, and then we're gonna lower the heat to low, and then just let it simmer for about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours.
In the house.
The house.
The casa.
The casa is just amazing. And then we shred it, and then we make the best tacos in the world. Oh, I tell you, if there's a way that we could bottle this smell,
it smells amazing.
we would be gazillionaires.
Oh.
Okay, and then sell it. All right, this has been going for, we let it go for about 90 minutes, or no, I'm saying 2 hours and 2.5 hours is what I'm trying to say. Check it every now and then just to see. You don't want it sticking to the bottom. Oh, look at that. gurgling right along.
She is gurgling. She just got everybody all steamed
She
up.
is all excited.
Wow.
So now this meat. Oh, now you're going to notice when you see this, you see that that is some oil that's collected or some grease. Obviously, so chuck roast it's got some marbleization. It's got some fattiness in it, and that's what makes it so scrumptious. We're going to talk about that oil in just a minute because it is going to come in handy. So
yeah, it was all steamy, so nobody could see the oil. Now they can see.
Oh, you see that oil, and that's an important component to this dish, and we're going to talk why in just a moment. But this is like fall off the bone tender. So we're just going to transfer these chunks of meat over here, and then we're going to start shredding them. Oh, look at that.
Can I just eat it now?
No,
you can. This is like
you can.
This is birria stew.
This is it's just birria, yeah.
Birria,
and so
yeah.
This is commonly you could serve this just with some bread or some tortillas, but we're gonna go further and make tacos.
Wow.
All right, you can start shredding, Loon.
Oh, okay. Well, I was
You're just
waiting
sitting
for
there
you.
looking at them.
I'm mesmerized.
I know.
I wanted to. Oh, that's just a piece of bone.
So you're
right there.
gonna keep the bones on the side.
Dogs
You'll
would
notice.
love that.
Oh, I know, wouldn't they? So you'll notice. Like I said, that there's in the roast there were chunks of fat and all. If you come across like big old chunks of fat, just kind of push them off to
away.
the side.
I love the fact that I get to pull these out. These are my favorite thing.
Those are called bear claws.
Yeah, look at that, you guys. Bear paws, I think.
We use those for our pulled pork, and I got a link to them in the description. A fork works. Two forks work just wonderfully.
Look at that.
Actually, I sometimes think two forks work better.
I know you do, but I'm going to go ahead and use these for a little while because I love them.
So, all right, just make sure you get those bones out of there.
Yeah.
Just shred that until it's nicely shredded, and then we want this to kind of rest for about 10 minutes because we want that grease to sort of rise to the top.
Yay!
Okay, it is taco time.
I love it. I love
My
it.
favorite words in the English language. Okay.
Taco
time. So look at that. I mean, that is
some good-looking shredded meat,
and
though.
we have to tell you, so we're still having storms here in Texas, but the only thing for ebb and flow that kind of overrides storms
is meat. And this smells good. And
they are salivating and so am I. Okay, so now we've got our taco making station set up.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to just put a little more salt.
Oh yeah, hit it with
here.
a little salt.
Yeah.
Taste as you go. You may want to add a little more salt. You may not need it. We like a little salt with this.
Yeah, I love it.
Same thing with this. You'll see this is now what we're calling our consommé. Some oil has risen to the top, and that's good because what we're going to do, we've got corn tortillas right here that we are just going to dip in that consommé, and that oil is going to kind of adhere to it, and it's going to make it easy to fry up. I've got this stuff. You can use any kind of a skillet. You can use I'm using I think that's my 9-inch cast iron, 10-inch. You can use any kind of a non-stick skillet. Whatever you've got, it should work just fine. We've got some Mexican melting cheese. This is quesadilla melting cheese. Chihuahua is good. You can, if you don't have access to any kind of good melting Mexican cheese, you could probably find Monterey Jack.
Yeah.
Or even cheddar will work. Okay, I think
Come on.
I'm so excited to do this. And
this is so much fun. I love that sauce on that tortilla.
I know.
Oh, look at that.
Now, and these are corn tortillas.
I spin it when you put it down.
I know. And you want your skillet to be nice and hot and sizzle like that.
Hot.
So okay. So now we're going to put down some cheese. You can either do it across the whole tortilla or I like to do half and half. I'll do a top of it.
I love it. You're getting dirty.
I'm using my fingers. These
are clean. This is cooked meat.
I got clean
everything.
fingers. Yeah, exactly. So now I'm going to, just because, why not? I'm going to put just a little more.
Oh man, you're killing me.
I know. It is so insane. Okay, now we're going to put a little more of this on top.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. Now, what
I'm
we're going to
ready.
see how that. Now, this is where you got to be really careful because corn tortillas can be pretty fragile. Don't just be careful. You don't want to stab them, but you want to just sort of flip it over. Isn't that color beautiful?
That is
from the beef consommé.
Yes.
So we're going to let this.
Don't stab it.
I'm not. I'm going to let this go for just till it starts to get kind of crispy and nice and fried, and then we're going to flip it and do the same thing on the other side. And then we'll finish off, and then we're gonna eat. I think I'm about to be in taco heaven, and that is the place I want to die and go to.
Those are gorgeous. Look at those.
So epically beautiful.
Wow.
So now you see we've got our little ramekins of consommé over here. So as we talked, that the oil that renders is important because that really helps you fry up the tacos. But then you've got you've got a little extra oil. We don't like it too oily tasting. Some people do, but what I do is I have a little fat separator. If you don't have one of those, they're a game changer. I got a link to it in the description, or you can just pour it in there and then just separate that. Keep the fat away from it, or spoon it off, or leave it, whatever. Now we have plenty of this birria left over. We could have made a lot of tacos with them.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, this stuff is so good.
For a lot of things.
Tostadas and burritos.
Grilled burritos. Not grilled, what are those? Lightly fried.
Yeah,
burritos,
yeah. And
yes.
we did them the other day. We did them like Mexican omelets or scrambled eggs. To die for.
Oh.
So good. Anyway, it will not go to waste, I promise you. Okay.
All right, enough talking.
I know. Quit jabbering.
A little
Okay,
cilantro.
now we got a little cilantro, a little chopped onion.
Yes.
Is really great with this.
Fun.
You can stuff it with those too.
And then
which I
I've
like.
got some hot sauce. I always like some hot sauce.
The hot sauce is a nice addition because it's got a little bit of acid to it.
Kahlua is so
we should have.
good. Yeah.
You also, what's really good with this is some fresh lime. We forgot to.
Oh, I put too much in there.
Well,
anyway, that's my life. That's what I do.
The way we go.
Okay,
that's how
guys.
we feed a loon.
Oh.
Okay, so now you got to make sure you've got plenty of this consommé for.
Yeah, make sure you've got a good. Chris, turn it sideways so everybody can see it. Dip it in there. Perfect. Oh, you got to get it good.
Is that not?
All right. I'm
Just
going
that
in.
act alone is worth the money.
Oh.
It's the best taco in the world.
That. Oh, somebody needs to jumpstart my heart because this is delicious.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh, I just quoted a song.
I know.
I think it was a point.
I love our friends south of the border, and this is one of their greatest creations.
Have plenty of napkin.
They're messy. I am a taco freak. I grew up, I had my mom would like puree tacos and give them to me as baby food. No, I really grew up on tacos. And I could eat them every day for the rest of my life.
Yes, he could. From
And
anywhere.
These
Anywhere.
are mind-blowingly good.
These are amazing. These are amazing. And they are, oh, you know what?
What?
They are 500,000. 500,000 Loon approved. Percent Loon approved.
You saw it first. All right. Make
You guys, it's so good. And you noticed I put on my glasses because I made the mistake of touching my
eyes
after I did the pepper.
Yeah, so be careful on that. Anyway, we love you guys.
Oh, you guys, I can't take it. I'm just gonna, yep. I'm not gonna talk anymore.
Well, that'll be a first. All right, bye everybody. We love you.